Welcome to the next episode of Solo Q Review, and today's game is Omensight. This game was developed by Spearhead Games and it was released May 15, 2018 for PS4 and PC. Our review breaks down Omensight by intrigue, gameplay, and replayability to determine whether or not you should buy it or avoid it. Omensight is a third-person RPG platformer where you play as a spiritual legend called the Harbinger. The Harbinger only appears in the world if the world is about to end.
They say the Harbinger comes to prevent the end of the world, not cause it.
At the start, I was literally falling asleep in the first 10 minutes, but after pushing through the first day, which took about 20 minutes, I was decently hooked. The art style is gorgeous and the backdrops are very epic, with the large structures or statues showing the grandeur of this world, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and the score. The story seems like a simple power struggle between two sides, made up of different factions of your standard animals, but there's actually more to it. Each faction has a person of interest who is linked to the murder of the godless priestess, and it's her death that brings the end of the world. There is no obvious good guy, bad guy scenario, as each faction thinks they're the protagonist, an unexpected twist in perspective which is refreshing, probably because I had very low expectations for this game, and any other games that are under $30. The story plays out like a murder mystery with a few main suspects, but then as new information arises, it's too late. The end of the world arrives at the end of the day, which forces the Harbinger to return to a specific point in time, with a different person or the same person and with a new piece of information. The game is called Omensight because once you gain new insight, you can bestow upon your companions or enemies with the vision you just saw in a previous timeline. This may force them to help you or give you new information.
Intruder! I will protect you with my...
Get out! Both of you! Now!
That vision. There has to be a reason for what happened, Harbinger. You are the Harbinger, yes?
The only thing I can find cringeworthy is the writing and the drawn-out dialogue, which could be more concise and better thought out. But for $20, what do you really expect? This isn't Tolkien or Rowling, so get out of here.
Your friend's death was slow and painful.
You're sick, just like your master. And where's your emperor now, anyway, huh? Too sacred to show up for battle?
Omensight has a very simple fighting system. You can deliver a light, fast strike or a slow, strong attack. You can execute these attacks in any order, which will yield different combos, which I always enjoy in games like these. The combat system felt a little awkward at first, but after mastering it in the first 20 minutes or so, it starts to flow really well, which resulted in satisfying battles. As you level up, you gain more abilities, which add more variety to how you fight. Some of the abilities allow you to bend time in some way, which is where the combat really shines, and you can purchase specific upgrades to better suit your playstyle. You can activate your companion's special ability, which definitely helps them stand out instead of having an NPC follow you around and they sort of help. Most of the time they're just following you around. There is some variety to the enemies, but they're pretty standard and don't require a lot of skill to learn how to defeat them. The boss fights can be unforgiving, especially when selecting the harder difficulties, but they can be easily defeated if you die like 1 or 2 times. You don't need to revisit every possible timeline to defeat the game, which may cause you to miss out on some dialogue. I stuck around with Draga, the feline general, for most of the beginning of the game, but never really shared the endgame Omensight visions, so seeing her reactions would be something I'd like to experience. With all this in mind, yes, I can replay this game maybe 1 or 2 more times in the future, but I don't see a lot of value in its replayability. Let's review Omensight's 3 main categories. Omensight offers a fun gaming experience told as a murder mystery with a fantastic art style, an epic score, and a great time-traveling mechanic to enhance the story's intrigue. The simple RPG elements cater to a younger audience or to more casual gamers, but the time-traveling elements help it to stand out for a satisfying experience. Unfortunately, the adequate writing and repetition of some mechanics grew a bit stale later in the game, which really hurt its replayability value. Now, should you buy it or should you avoid it? I recommend buying it if it's for a child, preferably around like maybe 12 or younger or around that age. If you're a casual gamer or if you're into murder mysteries or fantasies, this is a game for you. I say avoid it if you're a hardcore gamer and if you want more depth in a game's story or mechanics. Thank you so much for watching this review of Omensight. If you want to check out Omensight for yourself or other titles by Spearhead Games, click the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this review, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Maybe share this video with a friend who might like this game or is on the fence about buying it. You can also click the bell icon to receive notifications of my future videos and reviews of the latest single-player games. Now the fun part, tell me what you think of Omensight in the comments section. If there's something you agree with or disagree with, throw that in the comment section too. I'd love to start a dialogue about it. Also, let me know if there's a game coming out or already out if you'd like me to review it next. Thanks again, I'll see you in the next campaign.